hitting for Webster, the pitcher.
Gotcha, so he's DHing.
Yep. Hickman, he'll be at first base. Wall, left field. Pryor. Schneider. And Rourke.
Schneider playing short.
Yes.
Rourke playing center field.
Rourke is in center. He's number 1. Schneider's 8. Pryor is 11. Wall is 5. Hickman is 12. Flashnick is 7. Stevens is 6. True is 2. Lachkowski is 20. We'll get you a defense.
Did you say True's in right?
Believe he is, yeah. So, yeah, Lachkowski at second base. True in right. Stevens a catcher. Flashnick the DH. Hickman at first. Wall in left field. Pryor third base. Schneider short. Rourke in center. Waiting on umpire. Here they are. They're taking the long way around. They're sneaking in from behind.
At this time, the game officials and coaches of both teams are meeting at home plate to exchange lineup cards and review the ground rules here at Wildcat Field.
Good afternoon, baseball fans. We are at Lake Highlands High School. This is a District 7 6A matchup between the Highland Park Scots and the Lake Highlands Wildcats.
The players from both teams, beginning with
And just in time for the introductions of the teams. Hopefully you can hear me and
batting second, the right fielder,
hang on a second.
2, Jack Cruz. Batting third, the catcher, number 6, Parker Stevens.
Getting some audio
Batting seventh,
taken care of. I think we're better now. Okay.
Will be batting
So,
for the pitcher, number 9, Sam Webster.
as they go through the lineup, there's the other night's lineup.
Batting sixth,
Hayward Lee and I are here for Highland Park High School. Good afternoon, I'm Rob Davis. Cookie Hawkins is here, and I'm not sure who's back in the broadcast center, but we'll say hi to them later. This District 7 6A, the second game. Of course, Tuesday night, the Scots won 4-0. An excellent pitching performance from Sam Trammell. Charlie Schneider had 2 really big hits. 4-0 win for the Scots. Hayward, what'd you see that impressed you?
Well, I think you and I were both the witness of really a pitching gem by Max Stammel, who just was in complete command of his stuff all night long. 6 innings of scoreless baseball, a curveball working to perfection, mixing in the fastball. Really, he gave Coach Yoder and his Highland Park teammates everything that they could possibly ask of a pitching performance to open up their first ever District 7-6A play. Now they've got a match that Lake Highlands certainly has gone back to the drawing board, playing here at home in the friendly confines of their home stadium. You know that they'll be a little more comfortable with the hitting background, and Highland Park will have to have a great pitching effort from Webster tonight to be able to equalize what they did last Tuesday.
Yeah, 99 pitches, 11 strikeouts in 6 innings. Eamon Hoover came in, finished it off with 2 strikeouts in his inning of work, 4-0 win. Really big game for the Scots. They find themselves a half game out of first place in their district. The Berkner Rams have already played 2 games against the Richardson Eagles, and the Rams won both of those, so they sit atop of the district at 2-0. The Eagles 0-2. Everybody else has played 1 game. The Scots, the Pierce Mustangs, well, actually, looks like everybody except the Scots and the Wildcats have played 2 games.
And of course, the storyline behind this game being Friday afternoon is that we had a little weather event in the Metroplex last night. If you're tuning in from out of town, you might not be aware of some significant thunderstorms and tornado warnings in the area. So both schools erring on the side of caution, canceling this game proactively and moving it to today, where we have a mostly clear, beautiful, crisp day for baseball.
Yes, a little cool, maybe a little windy, but still a very different look from 24 hours ago out here. So the Scots are 1-0, the Rams are 2-0. The Mustangs, Rangers, Vikings, Cardinals, and are all 1-1. It looks like the Irving Tigers haven't played a game yet. And the Wildcats are 0-1. The Eagles are 0-2. That's your district standings. We'll get into the lineups in just a moment. I think we're about to have the national anthem as we get ready for play just after 4 o'clock. It is spring break this week for both of these schools, and we will take a break for the national anthem.
With the playing of our national anthem. As we await the play ball call from the home plate umpire.
Well, I think one thing we can expect, both teams probably benefiting from the day off yesterday. Both teams coming off a lengthy slate of games over the past weekend and tournament play, really getting deep into that pitching staff, and then having their first district game on Tuesday, probably taking advantage of the rest, getting arms healthy and rested. I expect to see some great baseball out here this afternoon.
Yeah, same here. Sam Webster will be back out on the mound for the Scots. 2 complete games in his first 2 outings. Didn't fare as well his last time out, but looked very strong and seemed to get stronger the longer he pitched in each of those complete games. So let me quickly run through the lineups here. The Scots will be hitting first. It'll be Bryce Latchkowski at second, Jack Truen right, Parker Stevens the catcher, Carter Flashnick the DH, A.C. Hickman at first base, Jack Wallen left, Jake Pryor at third, Charlie Schneider at short, and Adam Rourke in center. That is your lineup for the Scots today. And
they'll be going against Mason Parsons, who gets the start for Lake Highlands. Mason has not pitched it since Wiley East, where he got the complete game win. Number one in the lineup for Lake Highlands, who, having lost 4-0 last Tuesday, certainly in need of turning things around tonight. He gets the start.
Yeah, they won that game against Wiley East 5-1. They come in with a record of 6-5-1, and the Scots are 7-6-1. And Bryce Lachkowski's about to step into the batter's box and get things going. Andy Parker is the coach for Lake Highlands, assisted by Todd Ritter and Quentin Haynes, and of course Travis Yoder and Bobby Leidner lead the way for the Scots. First pitch misses down low for a ball.
Well, Lachkowski has such a penchant for being patient at the plate, making the pitcher work deep into the count. Was able to get on base several times on Tuesday as he swings away to go 1-1. If you're Coach Yoder, you really can't think of a better guy to start your offense off in every ball game than this young man, who really has a affinity for getting on base and an ability to then advance quickly to third base when he gets on.
I think he fouled one off the catcher. So 1-1 as he steps back in, and we resume. 318 down the left field line, and that one's hit down the right field line, but foul. Not a lot of foul ball territory here. Certainly nothing like at Scotland Yard and all those tournaments up at McKinney and Prosper where they had, I don't know, looked like he could play golf on the left field side and right field side. There's a line drive into center field, going to drop in for a hit. And as you were saying, he's on base, and we almost wanted to take second on the misplay.
Yeah, just a fastball over the inside part of the plate. He was all over it. The last pitch, of course, he fouled off into right field. This one he timed up perfectly, and now Highland Park has a very dangerous runner on first base. And look for Lachkowski to get a bead on Mr. Parsons and see if he can advance himself to second.
Jack True, now the batter, did not have a hit in the last game, which is very unusual for him. Takes a ball outside.
Parsons electing to go with a changeup over the outside part of the plate to start True. Small lead by Lachkowski.
Swung on, a line drive to right, and is going to get down in front of the right fielder. He appeared to be drawing a bead on it, but didn't take that last step, and the ball came down.
He really hit that one solidly. It had a bit of topspin on it, and the ball sunk right as it was being fielded. Lachkowski had to hold up, not knowing if it would be caught, so he's unfortunately only able to advance to second base. And now the Scots have runners on first and second with a nobody out.
2 hits to get things started. Here's Parker Stevens.
Now Stevens swinging a very hot bat. You like a bunt here, or you want to keep the bat in his hands?
He's the number 3 batter. I wouldn't bunt. He might steal, but he takes a cut at a breaking ball. Not getting any specific instructions from Travis Yoder, so something tells me the bat's in his hands. And he squeezed. He didn't squeeze, he turned to bunt.
They just got a breaking ball low and away and did the best he could to get some bat on that, but fouls it off for a strike.
And I believe he's in the hole 0-2 now. And he fouls that one back off the screen. Heads up. Almost hit him. So it's 3:18 down the left field line. There are no other markers on the fence. Center field does not look to be very deep at all. 370 maybe.
We have a significant wind blowing from left field to right field. Probably will make this ballpark play a little bit bigger than it is.
Oh, that ball gets away, and there go both runners. And now Ducks are on the pond in scoring position for Stevens.
Yeah, breaking ball well off the plate outside, and just not able to corral that. And Highland Park alertly able to advance on the bases, and now Lachkowski at third and True at second.
A rip into right center field. That's going to score 2 runs to get down for extra bases for Stevens up against the wall in right center. He will pull into second as 2 runs come across. 3 batters deep, 2-0, man on second.
Well, he hit that one exquisitely right over the barrel of the bat and put that all the way out into the right center field fence. Just like that, 2-0 Highland Park.
That'll bring up Flashnick.
And I think Coach Yoder tried to think bunt there for a second, gave him an opportunity, and then did exactly what you suggested, which is keep the bat in your 3-hole hitter's hands and let him do what he's been doing, which is tearing the cover off the ball
and bringing in the runs. There's another guy who's been hitting the ball pretty well. Hit 2 balls last weekend to the fence, one to left center, one to right center. Was 1 for 2 on those 2 balls with an RBI double. Probably hit the one to right field better, but it got caught.
And that was the first breaking pitch that Parsons has been able to locate over the plate. He's missed a lot with his breaking stuff, and so he's had to come into the zone with fastballs that the Highland Park hitters have had a very good beat on. That's a good sign for Parsons to be able to get some breaking stuff over the plate, keep those hitters off balance.
Misses up high with that one. Not a big kid, but looks like he's got some good heat on his fastball.
Yeah, we met him exchanging lineup cards with the coaches, and you're right, not the biggest stature, but clearly a good athlete.
Ground ball to third. They will try to keep the runner at second. Oh, did he slide off? There's no video review, so we'll get the out at first. First out of the inning.
That was some magnificent piece of glove work by Wesley Scott, the Lake Highlands shortstop, who wrangled a low throw down and got the tag. And that was bang bang play. Stevens fortunate to.
Setting in, first baseman number 12, A.C. Hickman.
So Hickman comes up. Still a duck on the pond. 1 out. There's that breaking ball you were talking about.
Yeah, good sign for Parsons again, locating that breaking ball over the plate.
Heads up.
Hickman hit by pitch.
That's William White on third base there, running.
Yes, pinch running.
Running for Stevens, so I erroneously suggested that was Stevens. That's William White, who is, of course, running for his catcher as a courtesy runner.
Yes. That'll bring up Jack Wall. while playing left field again today.
Well, first and third, one out. This is where often coaches can get creative.
First pitch is the hitters, the second pitch is the runners. Let's see if we're playing old school baseball here.
And Parsons started out this time with a fastball up and in.
Hickman a decent lead. And there he goes. Wall fakes the bunt. Throw down. We saw Parsons had a good arm, and they throw back. The second baseman cuts the ball off on the way to second. He saw the runner taken off, and he delivers the ball to home plate. Parsons, we saw he has an excellent arm.
Yeah, really good baseball by Jeff Feldman, the second baseman, to cut that throw. Clearly seeing the double steal there and making the outstanding throw to home to get White. So credit Feldman and Lake Highlands for having outstanding defense there.
Double steal didn't work that time.
I'll tell you what, though, I love the aggressiveness from Coach Yoder. He's not going to leave any tricks in the tool bag.
Yep. Also, an excellent defensive play drawn up by Coach Parker to have the cutoff man on the throw to second. There's a breaking ball for a strike.
I don't think these two coaches are going to leave a whole lot to be desired. These two ball clubs really coached exquisitely well, and you can see it reflective in almost everything these young men do on the field.
Oh, another breaking ball. Going to get the benefit of a check swing on that one because it looked a little outside, but that will be strike three. But the Scots do plate a pair of runs in the top of the first. Get one out at home on the double steal attempt. But it's 2-0 Scots as we go to the bottom of the first. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
Setting the defense for the Scots. At first base, number 12, A.C. Hickman. At second base, number 20, Bryce Rakowski. At shortstop, number 8, Charlie Schneider. At third base, number 11, Jake Pryor. And left field, number 5, Jack Wall. In center field, number 1, Adam Moore. In right field, number 2, Jack Cruz. Behind the plate, number 6, Parker Stevens. And on the mound, number 9, Sam Webster.
I didn't know. Yeah, the community, bro. That was baseball. Yeah, I was talking about that too. Oh, wait, that's all? Who was it? Yeah, who was it?
Bottom of the first, Sam Webster out on the mound. He'll face Shaw, Feldman, and Scott to start things off. Webster working from the stretch, not the windup, as we begin. This is way outside with that one. 2 complete game wins already to his credit so far this year. See his dad walking up now just a little late.
What is it? My little cousin. She was a girl.
There's a breaking ball for a strike. Swing and a miss, good fastball. Committed to Navarro College. Got a upper 80s, occasionally touches the low 90s fastball. Slider and something else off speed as well. There's a ground ball towards short. Schneider, slow to get to it, comes up, gets the throw to first in time.
Yeah, slow rolling ground ball there. Shaw, pretty good speed, made that a very close play, but Schneider all over that, and the outstanding throw to first to get the runner.
Brings up one of the Feldman brothers.
Center fielder, number 14, Jack Feldman.
This one is Jack. The other one is Jeff. One plays the infield, one the outfield. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, this time Webster starting Feldman out with a breaking ball over the outside part of the plate for a strike.
Little looper right at Lachkowski. Softly hit line drive, and that's 2 down.
Yeah, that ball hit over the right outside the end of the bat. So really neither Lake Travis hitters, neither Shaw nor Feldman, able to get good wood on the baseball, and Webster working quickly as the opportunity to get a 1-2-3 inning here.
As a left-handed hitter stepping in the shortstop, number 6, Wesley Scott.
Scott, the shortstop, stepping in. It's kind of funny to hear the PA announcer says he's a left-handed hitter. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Little bit of a different setup here at Lake Highlands, way back away from the school, on the school property though. Breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch from Sam.
And Scott, having shown bunt on the first pitch, has got Pryor in at third, almost at the grass.
Ground ball towards second, Lachkowski. That one's a lot easier than the one Schneider got to handle, and that's 3 down. 3 up, 3 down. Good inning, good clean sheet for Sam, and we go to the second. It is 2-0 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
At the end of 1, Highland Park 2, Lake Highlands 0.
Top of 2. Way out on the back lot of Lake Highlands High School. If we look over our right shoulder, we can see Wildcat Stadium, but the lights are on the other side of the school. We're way back here on the back lot. Whoa!
Well, Jake Pryor takes a fastball that almost hit the Durham Bull on the.
Hit the mascot, y'all. Got to hit the mascot.
For those of you that have seen that film.
Yeah. Oh, come on. It's Bull Durham. Anybody who plays baseball or watches baseball knows about that. Next pitch also misses outside. 2-0. Got to ask Jake if there's ever been a pitch any higher than that one that he saw the very first pitch, because it's probably up around 12 feet. Swings and misses at the 2-0. Takes one on the corner. It's a little bit of a generous strike zone on the outside. So the 2-2, it's not that wide though.
Yeah, that time Parsons with a slider that wound up almost outside of the batter's box for a left-handed hitter.
Full count, swung on and fouled over into what I guess is a soccer and track practice field. Another full count pitch, swung on, ground short. Scott up and over to make the play. One down.
Really a nice job by Lake Highlands shortstop Wesley Scott there to charge that ball, and then the terrific throw to first.
So that brings up Charlie Schneider. 2 big extra base hits in the game on Tuesday night. Swings and misses at that one. He hit a ball probably as far as you can hit one in Scotland Yard that doesn't go out of the ballpark. Straightaway center field up against the wall.
That was the best hit ball of the night.
And then followed that up with a second best hit of the ball of the night. Swings and misses at that one though. And that's going to be strike 3.
Oh, Parsons locating a fastball just on the outside rim of the plate. Terrific location, and Schneider just winds up staring at that one. And you get the feeling that Parsons, who got off to a little bit of a rocky start in the first inning, is beginning to settle down and work a little faster and with a little more confidence here.
Oh, heads up. That's a glancing blow, luckily, off the helmet of Adam Rourke. 2 hit batters in 2 innings. Parsons was the catcher the other night.
And I spoke a little bit too soon, didn't I?
So his 2 first pitches to the 2 batters this inning, one all the way to the backstop and one a glancing blow to the backstop. So 1 on, 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Bryce Latchkowski. There goes Rourke. You had to figure that was going to happen, and he gets a much better jump. The catcher not nearly the throw like the other night, and he steals second base. So Melson's playing catcher. I think I called him Parsons in the first inning. I don't have my defensive board made out because we don't have enough room to breaking ball for it. Nope, not for a strike. We don't have enough room to get our toys out and displayed and make it easy for me to know who's who.
We're doing battle in the stands here, but
out in the open elements with the ball players today.
But we'll do whatever it takes to bring you great baseball at home.
Yes, we will. The wind has changed. It's now blowing out to right. So any ball center to right will have a little extra carry to it.
In the
Bryce
meantime,
takes a strike.
Yeah, Latchkowski taking that last pitch, going up 3-0 now at 3-1, and certainly in a position with a runner in scoring position here to have his pitch to hit at 3-1.
Parsons steps off, looks Rourke back. Had to think Rourke was wanting to get that next stolen base after getting caught the other night on a bang play at second. Steve Reich 2. Good fastball from Parsons. And now it's full to Bryce with the middle infield cheating towards second. He's got holes on the ground on both sides of the infield. Oh, there's that generous outside that I was talking about.
Just a very dangerous curveball, caught him off balance and just caught the outside part of the plate to catch Latchkowski striking out looking.
Hey, this would be a great time to go.
That retires the side.
And known as the cat sack.
And We're going to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports. So what does Schneider do?
You know, the Cat Shack was voted the #1 ballpark cuisine in the Metroplex. We're playing in the bottom of the second.
Mercer, Hutchinson, and Feldman, the middle of the order for the Wildcats, coming up this inning to face Webster. I don't know if it'll stay playable, but Stevens is over. Hickman leaning up against the screen in front of the dugout, makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
A terrific play by Hickman there, who balanced himself with his left hand on the pole, protecting the dugout, and then making that off-balance catch, calling off his catcher. Really quality defense there by the young first baseman.
That'll bring up Hutchinson. Webster's first pitch finds that outside corner.
And Webster, much like his predecessor, likes to work fast.
Just about every one of the Highland Park pitchers does that. And I think Caden Liner does it the fastest.
There's nothing like being in a rhythm and wanting to stay in a rhythm.
Yeah, O'Banion, who came in the tournament last weekend, he was pretty quick too. There's a slider for a strike. 2 strikes now.
And that seems to be the direction that baseball is headed in general. You see that this year in the major leagues, for the first time ever, the implementation of a pitch clock to try to keep the game moving.
Yeah, these kids don't have that pitch clock, so we appreciate them working fast. Oh, misses down and in with that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that was tantalizing.
I would have swung at it. So now it's a full count now on Hutchinson. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. First strikeout of the day for Sam. 2 down.
Yeah, just a brilliant breaking pitch, and Hutchinson just way out in front of that, and really no chance to hit that. Just great pitching as much as anything else. Nothing Hutchinson could do.
Second baseman, number 10, Jeff Feldman.
So the infielder brother of the Feldmans, Jack, steps in, the second baseman. First pitch swinging, fouls this one out of play. On top of the batting cage over to the left. So what'd you think of that multiple camera setup the other night at Scotland Yard?
Was
pretty cool. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yet another brilliant addition by Fred Gardner and his crew. Really great stuff, bringing all kinds of camera action and angles back to the viewer at home.
And Tyler Presley doing a good job punching the show.
Feldman now trying to take his time, step out of the box, reset, get Webster out of his rhythm.
Pops this one up, not going to go too far. Schneider underneath it, a little bit behind second, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down, 2 innings in a row. We go to the Bottom of the second is still 2-0 Scots. So Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
I see smoke from the grill. That means the hamburgers, the hot dogs, the brats are probably ready. They've also got nachos at the Cat Shack.
To the third we go, 2-0 Scots. Jack True will lead things off.
Number 2, Jack True.
Swinging a foul tip at the plate. True had one of those back-to-back hits to begin the game, then came around to score on the big Parker Stevens double through right center.
And True, another one of these young men who's been swinging a very hot bat and can play a number of different positions for the Scots, and that bat will keep him in the lineup.
And there's a two-hopper to short. Scott comes up, makes the play on that one.
Well, a well-hit ball by True, but unfortunately for the Scots, right at Scott, who is a very capable shortstop with a terrific arm, and just like that, 1 out.
And Parker Stevens coming up. Fouled off a bunt, didn't want a bunt, and then hit a 2-run double to right center last time. Takes one outside. Did he swing? They say no.
I think he got away with one there. Looked to me from our impeccable angle that he might have gotten his barrel of the bat through.
Heads up. That grazed him on the way by. 3 hit batters for Parsons in 3 innings. That brings up Carter Flashnick. Grounded out third to first.
Number 7, Carter Flashnick.
William White again running for Stevens at first. Heads up, and there's another one.
Yeah, Parsons
didn't hit him hard, but it hit him.
He's coming with fastballs inside part of the plate. You understand a pitcher trying to own that part of the plate, very important, but just grazing the jersey of Flashnick, and that will get the Scott's designated hitter on first base, and now runners on first and second with 1 out. And Lake Highlands will take a moment and have a little conversation at the mound to try to settle down Parsons.
Now the umpire says you've done enough of that. Let's break it up. Candlesticks make a nice gift. Let's get 2. Okay. So Hickman, who wore 1 the first time, will come up to bat here with 2 on and 1 out. So Parsons has a good fastball, just doesn't seem to be able to put it where he wants it. Takes a look at second. Forces William White back.
Yeah, of course, You would suspect Lake Highlands playing for the double play here with 1 out.
Yeah, you see the middle infield cheating towards the middle. Corner, the third baseman is in, the first baseman is back behind the runner. Huge hole on the right side if Hickman were to pull a ground ball.
Yeah, this is definitely a left-hander's alignment. Any ground ball that he's able to pull has about a 90% chance of turning into a single.
Big hole on the left side too. Just don't hit it up the middle. You got a good chance. Takes a strike there. See, some people didn't get the same weather report. I see T-shirts and shorts. I'm wearing my big winter boots. Can't wait to put these things away for the year.
You look like you're ready for a snow day.
Fouled back. Yeah, me and the cold don't get along. I spent one winter in Scotland. That was all the cold I needed. That was...
People don't realize how far north Scotland is. You know, you look at you think of it as just, you know, kind of around France, and then you look on a map and you realize it's basically in the North Pole.
Yep, it's up there. Breaking ball for a strike. Hickman takes strike 3. I don't think he liked it, but it looked good from here. 2 down, so 2 on, 2 out.
And from Parsons' perspective, could not have come at a better time.
Matty Chan's going to step up and hit here for Jack Wall. Yeah, Parsons needed that strikeout, especially after the long conversation with the coach. Misses outside with that one. Two on, 2 out. Chan pinch hitting for Wall in the third. Went blowing out to right.
I'm not sure why Jeff Fellman playing so close to the bag at second with Chan, the left-hander, hitting here. Again, giving a huge hole into right field.
They appear to be more concerned with the runner at second than playing defense.
But you would typically hold him on with the shortstop with a left-handed hitter there, unless you had Tony Gwynn at bat and he's going to slap everything over to left field.
And they're very concerned with William White out there as they throw behind him.
As they should be. William White runs well, and which is why Coach Yoder uses him in running situations. But as we all know, never make the third out at third base.
1-2 to Chan. Well struck into right, but the right fielder lets it fall. Comes up throwing back behind Chan. A run will score. White on his horse all the way around from second.
Well, Coach Yoder knows a thing or two about his team, doesn't he? A great substitution there, and Chan stroking that ball into right field again with some hard hit ball with some topspin, and Hutchinson just cannot afford to attack that too aggressively lest it get by him all the way to the fence. So RBI single for Matthew Chan.
First pitch to Jake Pryor's up and away. Not quite up and away like the last time he was up there. So Flashnick stopped at second on the line drive into right. So 2-1 and 2 out now for Pryor, who grounded out his first time up. Still with the middle infield choking towards second base. Heads up. Parsons again trying to go inside with the fastball. A little too far inside, but went through the belt loops of Jake Pryor rather than hitting his shirt like it did on 2 other batters earlier in the inning.
And Parsons has definitely shown some moments of command, but he's also been a bit inconsistent in his command of his location.
There's a looper to right, and that will get down for a hit. I don't know if it'll score or run. They're going to try it, and a late throw from the first baseman after he cut it off. Flashnick.
Yeah, Flashlick never slowed down. Coach Yoder, of course, over there on third base, just giving him the go sign all the way around, and Lake Highlands perhaps thinking for sure that he would hold, and really no play there for the Wildcats. And just credit tremendous base running by Flashnick and the Scots.
Well, Nash cut the ball off but wasn't looking at the runners and just turned late and saw that there was something going, made a throw. It was a well-hit ball to left, got some carry up against the wall. Schneider with another big extra base hit. That's 3 extra base hits for him. And he'll get caught off base. They throw in behind him. But it is a 2 RBI double for Schneider. His 3rd extra base hit of the week. And 2 RBIs, 4 runs in the inning. And nobody left on base. 6-0 Scots. We go to the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, Snyder absolutely smoked that ball. For a second, I thought it was going to go out, but this wind just keeping balls in play that are hit out to left field. So an easy double. I think he had visions of a triple there, and perhaps underestimated how quickly that ball would get back into the infield, but I think the Scots will take that, a 2 RBI double.
Yes, they will. 6-0 Scots. Highland Park Scots Baseball and Game On Sports. Do a quick reset here. Bottom of the 3rd, 6-0 Scots, leading the Wildcats at Lake Highlands. I'm Rob Davis. I got Cookie Hawkins to my left, and I've got. I almost called you Whitley Strieber again. Why am I
don't know who that is.
He's an author. Swinging a miss. Hayward Lee is to my right. Whitley Strieber is an author and a UFO abductee, if you've read his book. Breaking ball
well,
first,
if this
right?
game gets slow, we've got lots to talk about.
Lots to talk about, including why do I keep calling Hayward Lee Whitley Strieber?
I have not spent much time in the world of UFOs, but I certainly believe in them.
Well, I saw one in 1973, so that's probably why I've read Whitley Strieber's book. But lots to talk about later.
In the meantime, Webster, working fast as he has shown his propensity to do, has pitched 2 perfect innings and is off to a good start here, well ahead of Preston Nelson.
Nelson, the catcher. Logan, the first baseman. Parsons, the catcher, the bottom 3 in the order to face Webster this inning. 2 strikes on Melson. Ball not well hit to left, and Wall comes over and makes the catch.
Yeah.
1 down.
Jack Wall playing that perfectly. You could see for a second having to deal with the sun, but taking a couple of steps up, had a perfect beat on that for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I don't know if you were listening earlier this year when I was talking about the orientation of Scotland Yard is not the same as most baseball fields. This one is left field and will be the sun field. And there's a fly ball down the right field line, like we were talking. Not a lot of foul.
That ball right
room.
Against the fence.
Did he make the catch? I don't think True was able to make the catch. I saw the ball on the ground. So not nearly as much foul ball territory here as the other parks that we have seen earlier this year.
You really take about 3 steps past the foul line and you're into the fence.
Yeah, and right down the right field line, it's probably less than that. Maybe not even 3 feet. A little bit more down the left field line than right. And there he'll try the right field or the left field side this time, and that also will go out of play.
And this wind can't seem to make up its mind whether it's going to blow balls foul into right field or blow balls directly out into right field.
Yeah, it has moved from blowing across the field to behind the field, and now again looking like it's blowing across the field. The 0-2, and that's strike 3. That generous corner's been there on both sides. 2 down, second strikeout of the day for Webster. That brings up Parsons, the opposing pitcher. If this was 1968 and Bob Gibson was on the mound, he's hit a couple of their guys. He'd have one between his ear holes.
That was a different era back then.
Much different era. He does get one high and tight.
To your point, he got a little bit of his top button there.
And then he comes inside with a fastball.
Bob Gibson is on my short list of pitchers I would least want to face.
Oh yeah. And that one tips Parsons. I don't think that was retribution. Don't think that at all.
No. That ball.
We were not coaxing that. We were just.
Well, Parsons was definitely leaning in on the inside part of the batter's box, and that ball really just off the inside part of the plate, grazing him. He had plenty of opportunity to get out of the way. No ill intent there, just baseball.
Just baseball. So Parsons will run for himself even though he's the pitcher. He'll also hit for himself even though he's pitching. There's a throw over to first.
Well, this is a talented athlete, Parsons. Remember, he catched on Tuesday. He caught, I should say, on
caught. Yeah.
On Tuesday, he was the catcher. Now he's the pitcher. He runs. He hits. Just a talented athlete.
There's a good-looking breaking ball for a strike. This is Shaw. He grounded out to short his first time up. Not a very hard hit ball. Nothing has been hit hard off of Webster yet. There's a foul ball, not hit hard.
And now Webster ahead on the count 0-2 has the opportunity to see if Shaw will chase a pitch.
Decent lead from Parsons at first. Runner's posture. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning. We have completed 3 innings. 6-0 Scots. Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
After 3 full innings, Highland Park Scots 8, score 6. Lake Highlands blocked at 0.
I was wondering if you're still up.
Going to the 4th inning. Pretty good crowd here. Not a lot of seats left. If you haven't made it here yet, stay home. Watch it on Game On Sports Network.
And stepping in, the center fielder, number 1, Adam Rourke.
Rourke, who took one off the helmet his first time, steps in. First pitch up and in for a ball. And takes one away.
So Parsons now in starting his 4th inning has had some moments of really good stuff, but has had some lapses in concentration and in location have cost him so far.
That and a bunch of base hits by the Scots have really come back to cost him. Has not been an error. He has hit 4 batters and he's given up at least 5 hits. Oh, there's a strike, 3-1. Scott started off the game with 3 consecutive hits. Last inning had 3 hits. So those are the 6 hits plus the 4 hit by pitch. And now a walk. There's activity in the bullpen, but I can't say that there's anybody throwing. Well, actually the bullpen's probably on the opposite side of that that equipment shed.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to see who, if indeed there is anybody warming up. But Parsons has had to throw quite a few pitches thus far. We don't have an exact pitch count on him, but
yeah, we don't
he's worked very hard tonight.
Yes. Now back to the top of the order, Lachkowski, and they've got Rourke picked off, and they will get him caught stealing.
Yeah, a really good move to first by Parsons, who just caught Rourke leaning, and then they got him in a run down, and it was all over.
Yeah, they knew who was going just like he did, so he's 1-1 today.
So if you're scoring at home, that's going to go 1-3-6-3, I believe.
Did Logan get the out? I'm not sure.
How many folks do you think are scoring at home right now?
Well, I know Mr. Ellis, Judge Ellis's grandfather, if he's here, he's keeping a book. So if he's not here, he's probably keeping one at home.
That's awesome.
Foul ball down the right field line. One of my sons did that with the Atlanta Braves one year. He kept a book at home while listening.
For every game?
As many games as he could. He was also playing baseball, so a lot of times those games coincided. But
yeah, I did.
It was back when he was a lot younger. I was lucky enough to be able to teach him how to score. His mom doesn't really know how to score, but she kept the book for us a couple years when I was coaching. That pitch is going to miss way outside. That would have been behind a left-handed batter. It's kind of a lost art. One of the coaches at the tournament up in McKinney said, wow, you actually keeping a book? It's like,
yeah, I'm about to head home.
How can you do? Oh, swing and a miss. Uncharacteristically striking out 2 times now in the game, Bryce Lachkowski, and that's 2 down. Brings up True, who has a hit and a run scored and a ground out.
Stepping forward, number 2, Jack True.
It's open behind the boat.
Swing and a tapper foul.
No. Just I parked the white one.
True has hit the ball well tonight. Gotten good wood or aluminum on both of his at-bats.
Hits that one the opposite way in the air to left. And
nice play by Lucas Shaw there, coming over into left center, calling off his compadre Jack Feldman, the center fielder, and making the play to retire the Scots here in what was a fairly non-eventful fourth inning after the pickoff.
And we go to the bottom of the fourth. 6-0 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots Baseball and Game On Sports.
Webster remains on the mound for the Scots.
Now, where is Chan playing now? Since he just subbed for Wall.
He just batted and Wall went back into the lineup.
Okay.
It's the bottom of the fourth, and for Lake Highlands, number 14, Jack Feldman.
Okay, here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. I'm not wearing any green, but I have green in my eyes. Bunt shown, but pulled back. This is one of the Feldman brothers.
This is Jack Feldman,
the outfielder Feldman.
Center fielder.
Shows bunt again. End of spring break, St. Patrick's Day, lots of sunshine, playing some baseball. Misses outside on the 0-2. Now the wind is blowing almost directly at the right field foul ball. 2 big flags in right field. Oh, that's the second strike. I thought the first pitch was also a strike. So 1-2 now. And that's going to be out of play.
Well, they're going to lose a lot less baseballs here than Highland Park will at Scotland Yard.
Yeah, there's no Lover's Lane over there.
That's right. It's a safer from an automotive standpoint. Scotland Yard is a auto insurance dealer's dream.
If we were counting the cars that got hit, I might have missed a few, but if we want to count windshields, I think we're still waiting on our first windshield of the year. So, swinging a ground ball right at Hickman. He scoops this one, makes the play with ease, 1 down.
Yeah, that ball hit right to Hickman, and Hickman has no problem gobbling that up and getting the solo out.
That'll bring up Scott, the shortstop. He grounded out the second, his first time up. That ground ball there from Feldman might have been the hardest hit ball against Webster so far today. Sam's got a clean sheet. Other than one slightly hit batter, nobody else has reached base. 3 strikeouts.
And you can see Lashkowski with plenty of respect for Scott playing out over the grass and shallow right field.
That ball's in the air, might be playable for Pryor. Got a funny spin to it, and it's going to fall. Schneider's going to make the throw across the infield.
Well, you don't see that every day. just the way you draw it up defensively, right?
That is exactly right. So the wind did blow that one back fair because it was over the dugout going foul, but comes back fair in the books.
That's going to go 6-3.
Yes.
But really, that was That was really F5 that got dropped, and then Scott, I think, assuming that that ball was going to be either caught or in foul territory, did not account for this significant wind and did not make any effort to get to first base until it was too late.
Yeah, the side spin of the ball and the wind, it came back. Good breaking ball, but it's going to not be a strike. Ooh. But, yeah, that was comical. You don't see that every day. Matter of fact, you might not see that again this year. Swinging a foul back.
But, you know, you got to give some credit to Charlie Schneider there, coming over, backing up the play.
He and Jake are still talking about it.
When the ball hit the ground, he was Johnny on the spot and immediately got that ball over to first base, and that's just heads-up baseball.
Just a one-hopper to short. Last year doing a softball game, I was the lucky witness to an unassisted triple play, which you don't see every day. Good pitch, just set down the side. Mercer goes down swinging. And so we have completed 4 innings. It's all Scott, 6-0. This is Highland Park Scott's baseball on Game On Sports.
Hey, the Cat Shack's got hamburgers.
But you see Franco? What? Yeah, I
Hot
did.
dogs, fries, nachos, all kinds of chips, and plethora of cold drinks. Visit the Cat Shack. Support Lake Highlands baseball.
Going to the 5th inning,
Right in the top of the 5th.
Parker Stevens will lead things off.
7 in, number 6, Parker
Stevens is perfect on the night. He doubled in his first at bat, doubled in 2 runs, and
that's yours.
As that ball is coming right into our kitchen. And then was hit by a pitch in his second at bat, so a perfect sheet for Parker Stevens on the night so far.
Run scored in his position by William White, 2 RBIs. Those are Parker's. Wind blowing straight out now. And there's a line drive straight away center field, backing up the center fielder.
A great play by Jack Feldman, because that ball was eviscerated to center field. Really well hit ball by Parker Stevens. It just happened to be right at Feldman.
Might have had a little top spin on it.
Who definitely has seen how balls carry in this field. Took a few steps back and was able to make that play over his head. But add that to the list of well hit balls by the Scots catcher.
Now Carter Flashnick, who's grounded out and been hit by a pitch. Grazed by a pitch, I guess you could say. Been a few of those today. The catcher caught it straight off his jersey. So I wasn't even aware he was hit until he started running to first.
That's one of the advantages of baggy clothing.
Fastball misses up and away. Ground ball back through the middle. That'll be a base hit. Flashnick joins the hit parade. I think that's 7 different hits from 7 different players.
Yeah, the Scots have seen the ball well tonight. And now AC Hickman, who is one of the few Scots that has not yet hit, but was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and then struck out looking in his second.
In my book, unofficially, Hickman and Rourke are the only ones that do not have a hit, although they've both been hit and reached base. Speaking of been hit, that was down at the toes of Hickman.
Yeah, that ball almost untied his shoes. And Hickman did a really good job of just staying very calm in the plate, hoping that that ball might go into the backstop and allow Flashnick to advance, but really nice play by Preston Nelson, the Lake Highlands catcher, to keep Flashnick from advancing. Made a nice play bouncing around out there.
Center fielder is shallow, if you ask me. Right fielder's playing AC kind of deep, which he should with the wind blowing. There's a throw to first. Carter gets back. We saw a good move last inning from Parsons as he picked off Rourke. Swing and a miss.
He chased a changeup well outside of the zone there.
It was tantalizing, had that hitter's look on the 2-0, but it fell underneath his bat as it lost speed. Good changeup. There's a rip into right center field. It'll get down for another hit. Hickman joins the hit parade.
Yeah, that ball also smoked. Really good wood on that one.
A one hopper to the right fielder. So 2 on, nobody out. Ducks on the pond, and here's Jack Wall again. So in high school, players can re-enter, I believe, one time. So Chan batted in this spot last time. Wall batted in this spot the first time. So they get a pinch runner for Flashnick. That's going to be William White.
And Coach Yoder will take a moment and come in from his perch coaching third base to have a conversation with Wall about what they want to do in this situation. Only one out, runners at first and second. Coach Yoder has the opportunity to play small ball here if he wants and bunt or sacrifice his runners over, but he may want to keep the bat in Wall's hands, who is certainly capable of delivering.
Grounds this one towards third. His only play is going to be to first. It's in essence a swinging bunt that moves the runners to second and third, and that'll be.
Yeah, I would say Wall right there does exactly what you want him to do. He put a ball in play there, allowed his teammates to move into scoring position, and now you've got Jake Pryor, who singled and with an RBI in his last at bat with the bat in his hands with 2 outs and 2 on.
Takes a breaking ball down and in. Kind of surprised to see Parsons still on the mound. Heads up and in.
I tell you, I've got a lot of admiration for that young man on the mound. He's a battler. He may not be having his best stuff tonight, but he's battling. He plays multiple positions, multiple roles for the Wildcats, and out there battling.
Swing and a miss from Pryor. Hickman hustled back to second. White, not much of a lead at third. Hickman gets a good secondary. You saw him have to hustle back. So now with 2 strikes. Pryor takes that one inside.
Yeah, now with 3-1, Pryor has the opportunity to just see if he can get his pitch to hit here.
Is it 3-1? I thought it was 2 strikes. 3-1 says the scoreboard. I guess that I can use that as a resource for information.
You never know for sure if it's run accurately.
Ball in the air to right. This one's not on the line, and the catch is made to retire the side.
Nice play by Hutchinson there, who's seen quite a bit of leather lately, and makes the nice play, judging the win, to retire the Scots with 2 runners in scoring position.
2 hits and 2 left. 6-0 Scots. We go to the bottom of the 5th. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
Bottom of the 5th, and it's about time you visit the cat shack. They've got all kinds of goodies over there. Remember, the Cat Shack voted the #1 ballpark cuisine in the Metroplex.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy end of spring break week. Cookie Hawkins, not Whitley Strieber, but Hayward Lee and Rob Davis here to bring you the game from Lake Highlands High School. The Scots lead 6-0.
Matthew Hutchinson.
You know, Rob, I don't want to jinx this, and I don't want you to be mad at me, but I think after 4 innings you're allowed to say it. Sam Webster with a no-hitter going.
Well, if there is a jinx, baseball is the sport for it. There are.
Well, I think you're allowed in a major league game. You're allowed to start talking about that after the 6th inning, and in a high school game after the 4th. Webster has pitched a gem tonight, and his only blemish has been 1 hit batter.
And he didn't even really hit him; just grazed him. That's the only base runner.
Does it even count if you graze a guy?
It goes down in the scorebook that way.
That's frowned upon.
Having a little difficulty finding the strike zone as we begin the bottom of the 5th. Working fast, though. There's a ball in the air, straight away center. Rourke backing up, still going back, and that will be the first hit up against the wall. And a double for Hutchinson, the right fielder. I'm not saying you jinxed it.
What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying earlier.
Yeah. Baseball is the sport.
Cookie, do you remember what I was saying earlier? I can't even remember. Not a word. Not a word.
You don't mess with the streak.
Cookie has my back. It's good to know.
Yeah. You don't get fungus on your shower shoes.
You win some, you lose some. Some days it rains. Yep. You know your cliches.
Yeah, got to work on your cliches. I actually used that one last weekend.
Well, that was a very, we're joking, but that was a very well hit ball by Hutchinson, who put that ball all the way out to the fence.
And the depths of center field.
Rourke having a very difficult son to have to contend with, and
a little bit of wind. It started over his right shoulder, might have ended up over his left shoulder.
He did well to get as close to that as he could.
Rourke, of course, on his way to Stanford to play football. Great speed out there in center field. So 1 on, nobody out. Here is the infielder brother, Jeff Feldman, the second baseman. And he puts one in the air. Let's see, Jake Pryor's got a bead on this one. No one hopper to Schneider this time. Pryor will make the catch.
Pryor did a great job of playing the wind that time and coming in about 3 steps to his left, further than he would have originally thought he had to in order to make that play, because you could see that ball move in the air. Really an athletic play by the Scots third baseman.
Preston Melson, the catcher, coming up. He hit a fly ball to left his first time up. Checks his swing, but it'll be a strike.
Of course, Webster and Lashkowski holding the runner, but I don't know that it makes a ton of sense right now. to try to play too much small ball down 6 runs. You really would rather not run yourself out of an inning and see if you can get a big inning if you're Lake Highlands. Although that's hard to come by as well as Webster has thrown the rock tonight.
Oh and 2 to Nelson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. 5 strikeouts now for Webster, and that'll bring up Logan, the first baseman.
Stepping up big for the Wildcats, number 23, Max Logan.
Runner at second clapping, trying to get inside the head of Webster.
And Logan has been a very, very productive hitter for these Wildcats out of the 8th spot. Really has made their order dangerous, not just in the top and the heart of the order, but also in the bottom of the order. And he'll look to see if he can get in the first runs for the Wildcats.
There's a base hit into left field. Let's see. They're going to hold the runner. Good throw from Wall to get it all the way to the plate, even though it was a little offline, but 2 hits in the inning.
Yeah, Hutchinson did not get the best jump on that ball. And
even with 2 outs, ball hit in front of him. He had to let it get through. Didn't want to run into the out. Coach Yoder going to go out and talk to Webster now, slow things down a little bit here in the 5th.
You could just sense Jack Wall willing Hutchinson to try to attack the plate, but Hutchinson held up by his third base coach, and the Wildcats will have runners on the corners with 2 outs.
And Parsons, the opposing pitcher, stepping up. Did not get a chance to use the bat last time. He took one off the shirt. Maybe it hit a button. I'm not sure. Didn't hit a lot of him. First and third, we'll see if they want to play a little funny ball and take off from first. They do not on the first pitch, and Parsons takes a strike.
To me, that would make sense. A single would score 2 potentially, and not 1. When you're down 6 runs, that's a significant difference maker, worth the risk.
With 2 outs, they could let the throw go through. Check swing. They might have been playing well, the runner didn't go, so it wasn't hit and run. He took off like he was going, and then there was the swing that made no contact. So 0-2 to Parsons.
Although Parker Stevens' right arm is not anything you want to trifle with.
No. And there's a bad swing. And that'll be strike 3. And that's 6 strikeouts now on the day for Webster. And we have completed 5 innings. 6-0 Scots. Highland Park Scots baseball. Game On Sports.
Good stuff, buddy.
Good job.
Change of pitchers for the Wildcats. Now warming on the mound, number 20, Isaac Delgado.
We go to the 6th inning. The hottest bat on the Scots is coming up, Charlie Schneider.
Top of the 6th, and now pitching for the Lake Highlands Wildcats.
And we have a pitching change, deja vu all over again, as it were.
Yeah.
Isaac Delgado has come in for the Wildcats.
We saw him Tuesday. He pitches from the third base side of the rubber with his heels on the rubber. Different spins, different looks. Doesn't throw particularly hard. Schneider swings through that one.
Second base for the Wildcats.
Schneider had a 2-run double his last time up, a double and a triple in the game on Tuesday. There's those different spins I was talking about as Delgado drops a curveball in.
And we've got Jeff Feldman, who has gone from second to short, and I believe we have a new second baseman in for the Wildcats.
And a new right fielder, I just heard the PA announcer say, so Hutchinson's out.
If you can read that number, then your eyes are better than mine.
Didn't bring my handy little telescope this time, trying to not bring too much stuff into the park because we didn't have a lot of room to spread out. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Charlie, starting off the 6th. Another ball in the air, this one not very well hit, right at the left fielder.
That's Lucas Shaw with a nice play out there in left field. Ball's well hit, good wood on the bat, but right at the left fielder, Shaw.
That'll bring up Adam Rourke.
Brings to the plate the Scott center fielder, number 1, Adam Rourke.
Takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Well, Rourke has been on first base, has taken first base twice. First time being hit by a pitch and stealing second, and the second time walking and then being picked off. So he's had an eventful night, even though he has not put the ball in play.
Rourke and Jack Wall, the only members of the starting lineup without a hit. Chan came in and hit one time through the order, and he got a hit in his at-bat. So 8 hits for the Scots, 8 different players.
And you can close the book on Mason Parsons for the Wildcats. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 6 runs.
I think they're all earned, not an error on the board. There's a well-struck ball to the left center. The left fielder Shaw will make the catch, though. Nice play by Shaw. Looked like he started to his left and then backed up as the ball was getting to him and able to make it hit in his glove. And Rourke is out, and we go back to the top of the order with Lachkowski.
Yeah, Shaw had a great break on that ball because Rourke hit it extremely well, and with his athleticism and speed, was easily eyeing a double, if not a triple, if that ball gets to the fence. But credit Shaw for getting a great break on it and making the play.
There's a ball and a strike now to Lachkowski. Uncharacteristically, 2 strikeouts to go with a hit and a run scored. There's that generous outside corner. That breaking ball misses down and in. And that fastball is way up. Full now to Bryce. Looking to get things started here with 2 outs. Breaking ball misses up high. And Lachkowski's on for the second time today.
Yeah, a gutsy pitch there with a count full. He comes in with a big looping breaking ball and really just missed putting that ball in the zone, but just hung out over the inside part of the plate, did not hit the plate, so Latch gets on first base for the second time tonight.
So Jack True comes up, 1 for 3, and a run scored. Throw over to first. There goes Lachkowski. Good pitch to run on down in the dirt. Won't even get a throw. And now we got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, he picked a great time to steal their breaking ball in the dirt. And no chance for the Wildcats. And now with 2 outs, Lachkowski in scoring position.
I think most of the pitches from Delgado are going to be off speed. Different spins, different looks, different release points. I say that, then he comes in with a fastball, but he misses outside. Even that had some bend to it.
Yeah, that ball actually broke away from the left-handed hitter, True. So a little screwball action.
And Jack fouls the next one off.
He's got really good action on that. That ball tailing away from the left-hander.
Yeah, that's that pitcher's stuff. You always hear him talking about movement on every pitch. Throws hard enough to be competitive and has all those different looks, different arm angles, different spins, different locations. There's a different location again, but this one's hammered right at Logan, and that'll be 3 down. So there's a walk and a runner left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 6-0 Scots. Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports. To the bottom of the 6th we go.
Bottom of the 6th, Highland Park 6, Lake Highlands 0.
Lake Highlands will start with the top of the order, Lucas Shaw, who has grounded to short and struck out swinging.
And made some nice plays in the outfield. And Webster bounces the first one past him.
And I think it bears repeating, Webster has pitched another gem for the Scots tonight.
Ball's in the air to left. Wall nearing the line, reaches up and makes the catch. And there's one down.
Got pretty good wood on that one. Over to left field where we can clearly see it 318 feet. And Jack Wall all over that. Got a great jump and made the play just on the south side of the foul line.
That'll bring up Jack Feldman, the center fielder. Or at least he started in center field. I think is he the Feldman that moved to short?
Jack is the center fielder.
Okay, just playing center field. Okay.
Jeff is the second baseman who moved to short.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Webster taking advantage of the generous outside corner on that slider.
He has lined to second and grounded to first. So both balls hit the other way.
And there's another one the other way into the dugout. Kind of keep your head on a swivel and stay on your toes over there. All coming at you fast. You want the batter to expand his zone on 2 strikes, but not that far. So 1 out. Feldman with a 1-2 count. Webster delivers. And again, that generous outside corner.
Yeah, breaking ball just hung it out there tantalizingly over the outside part of the plate to get the strikeout looking. And Rob, as you and I go for our initial tour of the 7-6A ballparks, this is the second ballpark we've been at with no grass or dirt of any kind.
Anywhere. And last year, the only dirt that I missed the first few games last year during their scrimmage season and the first couple of games of their tournaments, but there was only one field, and that was foul ball. There was one field that had dirt in the outfield and one field at Greenville where they actually played on grass and dirt. The field in Mesquite with a...
It definitely makes for laundry efficiency.
Yes.
I didn't like to wash the dirt off of my jerseys. I wanted, if I was playing well, I wanted that mojo.
Yeah. Want to have that gamer look. You can't tell if they played after these games. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. To Scott, shortstop.
Scott has put 2 balls in play on the ground to second and on the ground to short, been thrown out both times.
Only 2 hits allowed by Webster, both last inning. Again, tries to go outside and doesn't get the batter to expand his zone. So a full count now with 2 outs.
Actually, I think we have a change here. This looks like from the Lake Highlands roster, Graham Kennedy.
And he takes strike 3. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. Go the Wildcats. We go to the 7th. 6-0 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
Doing an excellent job on the broadcast again today.
How would you know? You're not listening.
I was on for the first inning.
Is it just me, or is this game going by pretty fast?
Very fast.
About an hour and a half, and we're in the 7th inning. Parker Stevens will lead off. A big 2-run double, hit by a pitch and a fly out. He probably hit the fly out as hard as he hit the double.
We've got Isaac Delgado in here in relief with his 2nd inning.
Different arm angles, different speeds, different spins.
And he does like to set up over that third base side of the rubber.
Kind of helps your breaking ball if it going away from the right-handed batters. Ball in the air to right center, but the new right fielder, whose number we don't know or name either, moves over and makes the catch. So One down. Not being in the press box is a little odd for keeping up with the book and the players.
Good
But we
piece
know
of,
this is Carter Flashnick batting.
good piece of hitting by Stevens, who was able to go the other way with that one into right center, but a nice play by the right fielder to be named later.
Strike on the inside corner. Carter has a hit and has been hit in 3 trips to the plate. Watches one bounce. See one of the Scots JV teams behind the dugout.
And has scored a run tonight.
Yes. And Delgado did not get the generous outside corner on that last pitch. 3-1 now. Up high, ball 4.
A little bit unusual in that the varsity teams playing before the JV. It typically doesn't always happen. But this game, of course, rescheduled from last night due to some highly inclement weather here in the Metroplex.
Most of it went south of where I live, but I saw Grand Prairie and Irving could have potentially had tornadoes.
But the beauty of these turf fields is it is just as beautiful and pristine now as it was before the storm. You would never know a difference. Now, if we were to pan our camera to the right, where we can see one of the football practice fields, now that's a different story.
Yeah.
A lot of dirt, a lot of mud.
2-0 now to Hickman. He's got a hit and has been hit, just like Flashnick in 3 trips. Takes a strike there. 2-1. Yeah, they didn't have to drag this one. They didn't have to try to scoop or burn or whatever it is you need to do to get rid of standing water. Throw over first.
The coaches can just exchange lineups and talk before the game. Imagine that.
They didn't have to chalk a line. It's really good for baseball. I don't know if it's like that for all the sports, if all the coaches like it.
I love it.
As a coach, yes.
I love it as a coach. In every sport, it allows you to not have your practice affected by weather and field issues.
Strike. Grab your bat back, AC. You're going to have to use it.
Yeah, AC thought he had taken ball 4 and now is going to have to get back into the box and face a full count.
1 on, 1 out, full count. Hickman will step back in, finishes at bat here. Delgado, again, working really awkwardly over on the left-hand third base side of the rubber. Another hit for Hickman. That one gets over the shortstop. Line drive base hit, 2 on and 1 out now. Something's cooking in the kitchen for the Scots, and that'll bring up Jack Wall.
Nice piece of hitting by Hickman there, who goes the other way, very patient on that pitch and slaps it the other way just over the probably a good 30-inch vertical leap by Feldman, who got up in the air and gave it everything he could, fully outstretched and just over the top of his glove, and that puts him on first base. And of course Flashnick had to hold, not knowing if that ball would be caught, otherwise he would be on third base right now.
Oh, here comes Coach Yoder.
And Wall, who has found himself in this situation before with runners on first and second. He last time was the 5th inning. He authored a fielder's choice ground ball to short to advance the runners. And I think he will.
At second base, the switch, number 14, Ben Woodward.
Ben Woodward for the Scots. bringing some speed now in the substitution to second base.
Backup catcher running for Flashnick.
Ben Woodward, son of Andrew Woodward, and I had the great pleasure of coaching his older brother.
Oh, that's amazing. Delgado turns to second. Coach Yoder says he balked.
I love it in a major league game. Anytime a pitcher turns back to second, there's always at least 5,000 people that scream balk.
There's at least 5,000 ways to balk. I might be exaggerating just for effect, but there's that outside corner again for a strike this time to Wall. You can take an extra step, you can hesitate, you can start and stop. You can step off the back of the rubber with the wrong foot.
Now Wall's got to be a defensive hitter here behind in the count 0-2.
Grounds it up the middle. They might turn 2, second to 1, relay to first. They're going to say he's safe. Now we got to play at the plate. Woodward came around, hesitated, come around third, and then took off, and he will score.
So the Wildcats will get the force out at second, but the throw just off the bag. First baseman Nash Logan not able to stay on the bag and make that play, so he fires home, but not in time.
Yeah. Couldn't get a clean grip on the ball, backed up. By the time he got it, Woodward had already made his decision to run. 7-0 now Scots, and here's Jake Pryor with a man on and 2 outs. First pitch is a strike.
Number 11, Jake Pryor.
So credit young Mr. Woodward for coming into the game and immediately his speed and athleticism making a difference on the base pass, bringing in a run for the Scots.
And that gets away from the catcher. Wall easily advances to second. And we'll end our 5th inning stretch and sit back down. I only stood up because I had a cramp in my leg, which isn't totally gone. 1-1 to Pryor with 2 outs, top of the 7th. Ground ball to third. Throw across the diamond, gets away. Another run's going to score. 8-0 Scots. A 1-hop throw.
Number 5, Jack Wall.
And that's from Mercer, who was the starting pitcher the other night.
Well, Pryor putting that in play hard on the ground to Jackson Mercer, and Mercer just a little bit inaccurate with his throw and pulling the first baseman off the bag, and Hickman running all the way on that.
That'll bring up Schneider. Got a big 2 RBI double earlier today. 8-0, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Throw over to first. Pryor dives back. So the wild pitch that got away from the catcher ends up costing another run to the Wildcats.
And you feel for Isaac Delgado, who has come in relief and has done an admirable job. And unfortunately, just some errant throws and misplays have led, and aggressive base running by the Scots have brought in a couple of runs.
Schneider takes probably the most egregious outside call for a strike of the day. Did you like that, egregious?
Egregious is a good word.
You brought up some big words the other night. I had to go look up a couple. That one gets away from the catcher as well. He still can't find it. And Pryor's on second. That one got so far away and unexpected direction from the catcher. He had no clue where it was for a good 3 seconds.
Yeah, Preston Nelson has been busy back there for sure.
3-1 now to Charlie. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Well struck to left. Let's see if it's going to get over the left fielder. It does, up against the wall. Charlie Schneider is a extra base hitting machine. His second double of the day, 3 RBIs on the day. To go with his 2 extra base hits on Tuesday, he's had a pretty darn good week.
Yeah, that left a vapor trail as it went out to left center field, and of course with the count full and 2 outs, Wall able to run on the pitch and having no problem scoring. Second double of the day for Charlie Schneider.
9-0 now, bringing up Adam Rourke. 0 for 1, walked and hit by a pitch. The Lake Highlands outfield has been busy. There's a ground ball. That'll get through, base hit. Joining the hit parade is Rourke. Here comes Schneider to the plate. And they're going to say they tagged him out.
He got him.
As he was coming by. The ball beat him by a long shot. But Rourke did get a hit, and Schneider is out at the play at home. That will retire the side, but the Scots put 3 more on the board. And this is a runaway. Sam Webster will come out to try to close it out. 9-0 Scots. This is Highland Park Scots baseball on Game On Sports.
At our school? Wait, what grade? Graduated 2 years ago?
This may be your last chance to visit Ketchup before we go to the next game. They've got hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot dogs, brats, nachos, cold drinks, chips of all kinds, candy. Visit the Cat Shack. Support Lake Highlands baseball.
So Webster coming on for the Scots to try to close things out and giving credit where credit was due. You were telling me about the left fielder Lucas Shaw with a throw home.
Yeah, he threw a missile home. Perfect throw right to his catcher to get the 3rd out of the inning and stop the bleeding for the Wildcats. And here is Webster, who has pitched another gem for the Scots tonight, only giving up 2 hits in 6 innings, and has the opportunity to finish it with a complete game shutout.
First batter swings, hits one in the air. This was Mercer, the second baseman. Rourke calls off Lachkowski at the last second, and that's
a great communication. Great communication by Rourke, who clearly is an outstanding athlete in both the football and baseball fields, and is able to, always easier to make that play coming in than a play going back. So calling off his second baseman Lachkowski and making the play.
Braden Aites, number 8, will bat in place of Hutchinson. He's the guy who's been in right field. Takes a pitch up high. I think Sam's been pretty economical with his pitches. Pitching into the 7th. That's a liner off the facing of the dugout.
He scattered the Highland Park dugout pretty quickly. Excuse me, the Lake Highlands dugout pretty quickly on that.
Eamon Hoover throwing in the bullpen. Breaking ball for a strike. A-T-E-S, Eights. And what number is he wearing?
He is wearing number 8. And that's striking out there. So very, very quickly, Webster 2 up, 2 down, and is going to have the opportunity to face Jeff Feldman, the second baseman / shortstop, to seal this complete game 2-hit shutout.
Coming in, number 10, Jeff Feldman.
First pitch swinging, fouls that one off.
And that might
Not
be...
exactly sure what's on the other side of those shrubs. I tried to drive in from that direction, but you can't get here from there. Not directly anyway. Looks like there's a big green belt with power lines and then residential section, so somebody gets a free baseball.
I don't think that quite made it into somebody's house,
Don't think so.
Probably in the green belt somewhere.
1-1, misses down low, so it's 2-1. Keep up with the Scots, Scots Illustrated, HP Scots Baseball, HP Scots Athletics, fly ball into center field, backing Rourke up. Well struck, but Rourke will run it down. And folks, that's your ball game. It went pretty quick.
The ball game, the final score.
Pretty quick, an excellent pitching outing from Sam Webster. The Scots have been blessed with good starting pitching just about every time out this year, and that is their 8th win on the year, to go with 6 losses and a tie, but most importantly in district, they are 2-0 and have yet to allow a run in their initial season in 6A.
I'm not sure you could script it any better. 2 outstanding pitching performances, and we saw what Sam Webster can do today. A complete game, 7-inning, 2-hit shutout. I have him unofficially for 9 strikeouts, working very efficiently, getting ahead in the count, and just a second straight pitching gem for the Scots. And then you couple that with just professional hitting, really good contact at the plate, aggressiveness on the base pass, and you're seeing a team right now that's 2-0 in district and is going to be a contender for this district title.
And everybody got the bats out today. Lots of hits, lots of players on base. The opposing pitcher didn't help himself with a few hit batters, but a lot of big innings, 3 innings in which the Scots put crooked numbers on the board. 9-0, Sam Webster the winner. Parsons will take the loss. 2-0 in district in the first week of play in district, and we will take the weekend off and we'll be back Tuesday for the next game. I believe we're at Scotland Yard on Tuesday. I'll double check the schedule. I meant to write that down and bring it out here, but we'll figure it out. But I'm pretty sure they are back at Scotland Yard on Tuesday. So, hey, have a good weekend. Happy St. Patrick's Day for Cookie and not Whitley Strieber. I'm telling you, I'm going to write your name down, Hayward Lee, 1,000 times so I don't call you Whitley Strieber ever again. And so, Hayward, thanks a lot.
My pleasure, Rob, and we'll see you Tuesday night, everybody.
We'll see you Tuesday night. Whitley Strieber.
Good job, Hayward.
Are you going? No. That's so good. No. I'm with my sisters. But so she was like, I need an adult to take my sister. Can you take her? I was like, yeah. Oh, sure. I just like freshman. Maybe not.